Hey guys, so had an off day. I did not sleep. I had gotten really good sleep the night before, which for me is like 6 to 8 hours, and so that kind of reset my cycle, which then allows me to only get like 2 to 3 hours a night. So I woke up this morning at 2:30, kind of puttered around my house until about 7, took another nap until probably about 9, and then got up, went and got a haircut. I have no hair now. I just woke up and decided I needed a symbolic change to go along with my weight loss. I had been neglecting myself. I noticed I don't wear makeup anymore. I didn't do my hair. I literally get out of the shower and just put it in a ponytail, which for some people is fine. It's great for work days. It makes it really easy. But for me, I had been doing my hair previously every day. Like I liked to look put together, and I had stopped that about the past 2 years. I've been neglecting getting haircuts. I wasn't doing my fingernails. Just all over neglect. And so I just needed a symbolic change. So I cut about 4 inches of hair off. Didn't quite think through about what I'm gonna do putting it up, so I'm not like sweating like a pig, but whatever, this is working right now. So because I was tired, I felt good getting a haircut, but I just didn't want to get on the bike today. But I was not going to allow myself to make excuses, because that's how I got to where I was in the first place. So despite not wanting to get on the bike, I did. And for not wanting to ride, I actually did a best personal record of 273. When I bought this bike, the first ride I ever did was a 45-minute with Cody, and my personal record at that time was 173. That's like a 100-point difference in like a month and some days, some change. I mean, that's amazing progress. Like I never thought, when I bought it, and if you ever buy one, I promise the first time you get on it, you're gonna feel like you're gonna die. And that number, you're gonna be really proud of the number. But then you're gonna see other people posting their numbers, and you're gonna be like, how the hell are they getting numbers like that? Like I never thought that I would be even close to 300. Like I didn't think that was physically possible for me for a long time. So I'm really close, and I'm really proud of myself. And I think that is because I have been doing alternating endurance days with like a threshold type ride where I'm doing just like a max capacity, and that's usually with other instructors. I tend to gravitate towards Steven for the endurance rides. To be totally honest, I didn't really like him the first few rides I did because I went way far back and I felt like the music was a little too slow. But the past 15 to 20 days I've been doing the more recent stuff, and I really like him as an instructor. Every once in a while he cracks me up, so he keeps me motivated. So every other day I do an endurance ride with him. I'm starting to try to do 60-minute endurance rides, but 45 is kind of where I gravitate. And then on the other days I do other instructors, and that's usually either Alex, Cody, or Robin. And I just do the class as intended. I don't try to target my heart rate at all. And usually I sit like 150s, 160s. I do have a high heart rate to begin with. I sit kind of like in the 90s. So, threshold for me seems to be a lot higher than it is for most people. But it has gotten lower. Like it's because I've built up that endurance and that cardiovascular strength. So it's gotten better. I don't feel like my heart's going to explode. But I can tell a difference. Like, even though we did a 10-minute climb in the last 10 minutes of Robin's ride, I do Robin when I'm not feeling like I can make it. Like if I'm having a rough day and I need somebody to just tell me that, you can't buy hustle, and I need some swagger. That's when I go to my girl Robin. And today was one of those days. So I forgot where I was going with this, but because of my endurance rides, oh yes, the 10-minute climb. So we were doing the 10-minute climb, and I thought I was gonna die. Like I was tired, but about halfway through it, at that 60 resistance, that 60 cadence, I realized that if you had asked me to do that a month ago, I would have quit halfway through. And so Steven has kind of built up that endurance and taught me how to go longer for a longer period of time, manage myself as best as I can so that I can do the things that Robin asks me to do during the ride. So it's really a combination of the both of them, and it's just made me better. And I know this is getting kind of long, but I did want to say one more thing. My favorite thing about the Peloton bike, aside from knowing what my resistance is and knowing that I'm getting the same workout every time, even though the rides are different, knowing that I'm going for the same resistance and the same cadence and the same stuff that the instructors are requesting of me every time, is that the instructors manage their own Facebook pages, they manage their own Instagrams, and I don't know if it's a Peloton thing or if it's just that they are really engaged. They want you to reach out. They seem to be really into making sure that people are successful. Like, they really seem engaged in the people that, you know, they see all the time. I know Steven follows my Instagram page, which is bizarre to think about, that I see this person every day and he doesn't even know me. I'm just some stranger, but he follows me on Instagram. And as soon as I posted my PR and talked about both of them, both of them liked it. And Steven even posted a comment. Like, they're very engaged in making sure that you are successful. And even instructors that I was going to exercise classes with every day that I saw physically were never that engaged in me as a person. So that is a huge plus. It's super motivating to know that they support you and they're cheering you on the whole way there. So, sorry, this is 6 minutes. This is kind of getting kind of lengthy, but I just want to check in and say thanks for following up. Tomorrow is an endurance day. It's a Sunday, God's day of rest, except it's not. So, thanks for following in. I saw another subscriber. I appreciate it so much. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow.